Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard. I am Penge and welcome to Software Inc. So Software Inc. is the game that has been most requested that we play in the Geek Cupboard. I don't know why this is the game that most people have said, can you please play this? Now of course I'm not talking hundreds of people, I'm not talking thousands of people, I'm probably not even talking dozens of people, but it is the most requested game. So I have thought, do you know what? Let's get round to playing it because it looks lovely. So it's in early access, it's on Steam. It's been in early access for quite a long time. I think it's been out for 2.5, 3 years maybe, but it's gone through various iterations and I think it's looking pretty good. So this is the alpha version on Steam, 9.11.6, of course, catchy, lovely version numbers. So I think what we'll do is we'll dive straight in. However, caveat, it's quite complicated. I've played it a bit just to understand. I thought I'll just dip into it, just get the basics. It's really, really complicated. So please bear with me. There are lots of buttons that I'm probably going to press that are the wrong buttons. There are lots of things that I'm going to do that are entirely stupid things that I should not be doing. It's like pressing the big red button when I shouldn't press the big red button. So yeah, bear with me. I might be looking at tutorial thingies or reading some help files or whatever the case, because yeah, there's a lot involved in this game. So yeah, here we go. Without any further ado, let's get on with it. Let's start. Okay, and the first thing that we have to do is name our company and design the founder. So this essentially is me. Now this looks nothing like me. This looks absolutely entirely nothing like me. I don't have kind of cool afro hair. I don't wear glasses. I definitely could not rock purple sort of trainers, sneakers, whatever, with shorts and then a jumper. No, I couldn't do that. So we shall change me shortly. So company name I think is fairly obvious. There we go. The Geek Cupboard for. Let's change it to the Geek Cupboard. Not a nonny mouse, although that is a lovely pun. So there we go. So let's change me. So we can do all this. So there's jaw height and there's hairs and there's torsos and different things you can wear. So let me just adjust me to look a little bit more like me and less like this guy. There we go. That's far more representative of me. So yes, no kind of beardy thing going on. Lovely and clean shaven. Yeah, no glasses. The hair actually sort of is that colour. Possibly a little bit more platinum. It's not grey. Platinum. And yeah, so yeah, Geek Cupboard colours, grey, trainery, sneaker thing. So that's absolutely fine. So there we go. So that's me done for visuals. Now, there are a few things that we have to choose about me. So we have a thing here. So we've got generous and optimistic. There are two personality traits that we have to pick that dictate these kind of bars here. So the top one is you'll go between either a hard worker or a fast learner. So a fast learner picks up new skills easier, but a hard worker produces more content, one assumes. Independent means you can be left on your own, whereas social is good if you want to, be surrounded by lots of people and get on with lots of other folk. This one I think is where you want to be in the middle. That one I think is fine. Those two are absolutely fine. They can just scroll either way and it'll be all hunky-dory. This one here, you kind of want in the middle. You don't want it to stray too far. I think that's probably as far as you want it to go. One away from the middle. Because lazy, you're trying to get out of work as much as possible. Yep, put me down this end, but not for the game. And stressed, you're going to stress out and then they're going to not do any work anyway. So either you've got lazy people who just can't be bothered, or stressed people who really want to bother but then can't cope with it. So yeah, you want that down the middle really. So let's have a look at the personality traits. So there's a few. There's generous and flirt and this kind of one. So I think we'll pick goofy for me, because I think that's quite true. I think I'm a silly person. Goofy, of course, in the US means like, silly. In the UK, it means something to do with your teeth. It means you've got bigger teeth, which is a little bit strange. And optimistic. Do we go for optimistic? Do we go for introvert? Possibly. That pushes more toward independent. But a good leader needs to be social, but an independent employee, yeah. So do we go for that? I think we go for optimistic. I think goofy and optimistic is fair. So it puts me toward the lazier end of the spectrum, which is probably quite true. Social, yeah, that's sort of, I suppose, correct. And yes, going toward a fast learner. So that's our first set of things we've got to pick. Then we have to pick this. So we get to some skills, and then we get specializations as well, just to make it a little bit more complicated. And this thing in the corner isn't the most intuitive of bits, I'll be honest. This isn't the most intuitive of systems to pick these things. So we've got 5 skill types. There's a lead, so brings together a team, boosting efficiency and handling management tasks. Sounds exciting. The programmer does programming stuff for programming speed. The designer does all the sort of preamble documentation kind of stuff and requirement spec. Artist makes art things, sort of art assets, and the marketer does marketing campaigns to make sure that people know about your product and your company and all that kind of jazz. So I think what we want is marketer, Let's turn that down. We can hire someone to do that for us. And art. We'll knock art down a tiny bit, perhaps. And then let's go for programmer. Let's have me, because that's what I actually do in real life. So yeah, let's put that up a bit. Let's not have as much design. Let's try and have a little bit more in the way of lead as well. Because if I'm the lead of the company, I want to be able to lead people eventually when we get there. So there we go. So don't want lead quite that much. Let's bring that down a bit and bring the other skills up. There we go, like that. So I'm quite good at programming. Designing, I'm okay. Art, I'm adequate. Marketing, I'm not very good. But whatever, do you know what? Let's knock it down a tiny bit. But no, leave it like that. And then we get design specialization. Now this on its own doesn't mean anything. This, if you hadn't played the game, this is kind of nonsense. It doesn't really mean anything. But when you design a thing, when you write a piece of software, which is important in Software Inc., it's built into one of these categories, if you like. So it's system, 2D, network, audio, or algorithm. So it'll tell you. So if you're building an operating system, it might be all system, or it might be 75% system with a bit of 2D graphics work if you're making a lovely GUI one like a Windows type system or something. If you're making something networky like a server, you're going to need network and all that kind of jazz. So system is on a lot of things. So that's good. We'll have that on system. So I can design systems very well. So when I'm designing here, I can design systems well. When I'm coding, what do I want to be able to do? So if I do code, if I pick code 2D, I can code 2D things very, very, very well, but that doesn't come up a lot. So I think system, and in terms of art, now I'm terrible at art. Design and code, yeah, I'm pretty good at that art. I have no skill at this at all. So I can either have a 2D specialization in it or an audio specialization. Let's just leave it at that. Let's have system, 2D. I'll just make a lot of system things. That's absolutely fine. And now up here, more game options. So free to play, that's what we'll do. Starting year, 1980. Environment, I'm going to put forest. That's the default one that it comes up with. City, I don't know what the difference is. I don't really know what the difference is. But yeah, desert and tundra. I don't fancy working in a desert. I don't fancy working in some tundra. So let's set up in a forest. Difficulty medium, a day per month. So one day goes by and it's a month. I don't really know why it doesn't just change it to a month going by rather than you have a day for a month. I don't really understand that at all. Now starting money, this is what I was pondering. So $5,000, that's just silly. We won't get anything on $5,000. We'll have a chair. We'll have a chair and a computer and that's about it. And it'll be rubbish. $10,000, yeah, maybe. $20,000, maybe. $50,000, I'm thinking $50,000. And then there's a ludicrous leap. If it had $100,000, I would have gone for that. But no, $50,000 to $500,000. A small loan of $500,000. So I think I'm going to do it on $50,000. That seems too much. $500,000 just seems excessive and silly. So I'm going to bring it down to say $50,000. I think any of these, it's 5, 10, 20 isn't worth. That's too hard because this is a very hard game. I think 50 is fair. 50 gives me enough money to set up, get a building built, get some stuff in it, get some contracts going, and work from there. So there's no goals. Simulation over, yes. Here we go. Let us go back to the 1980s, to the dawn of computing, to January 1980, and begin a software powerhouse. Okay, there we go. First thing to note, space isn't pause, which is a little bit confusing. 0 is pause. I don't know why space isn't pause. So 0 is pause and unpause. 1, 2, 3 are the different time things. And that one at the end appears if there's no one actually in your building. You don't have to sit through a whole night. You can click that and it properly speeds through the night time and just starts the next day. So here is the forest. And it looks very cool. So you look, you can go all the way down. It's got a lovely, it looks lovely. You can zoom all the way in so we can look at the kind of blocky tree things. Zoom back out. And it's quite big. I hadn't really looked. It's a very big play area. And I do like the sort of the I don't know what it's called, but like the lens where it makes everything look teeny tiny. That looks really nice. That looks very good. But yeah, the area is huge. The area is really big. So here we go. We're going to set up just here by this bus stop, because this is how our first guy, so me in effect, is going to get here. So at the top we've got money, time, speed things, date. That will show profits eventually when we start doing something. And this thing here is to do with our sort of fans and market recognition and sort of status within the community and all that kind of jazz. So let's build something, because we need to build somewhere to live. So let's not do the build tutorial. Now I'm okay with the build tutorial. I would like these trees to go away, if I'm completely honest. Kind of get in the way a bit. So we need to build a room. Now you can build just a good old square room, a rectangular room. I want to build something a little bit different. I don't just want an ordinary rectangular room, although that is cool. You can build rooms that kind of to your custom, if you like, so you can do whatever you like with them. So you can build them at a certain angle. So you could link that point to that point and have a weird curved wall. Or you could have nice curved walls going all the way along. So you can go, I want it curving around like this. And it looks very, very, very cool. It looks really good. So I think what we'll do is we're going to have a room. And this is a clue as to the shape of it. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a room that is going to look a bit different. But not too ludicrous. But just something a bit different. So here we go. So we're going to do this. Now that would just draw a rectangular room. You just sort of draw it on. This lets you kind of do things at different points. So look, it tells you you've got a 135 degree angle and it's going for 2.8, presumably meters, units of measurement. Yes, there you go, because it's got meters across the top. But the cool thing about this is as well, if you want to have it even more specific, you can have it right down. You can have that wall going at 116.6 degrees for 2 meters, if that is your bag. You can turn the grid all the way down, which is a lovely touch. I don't remember seeing that in any kind of building game I've ever played. So but let's go back up. We only want it like that for now. We're not after anything clever. This is me after all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll have that. Then we want that to go out like that for 2.8 again. Then another 4. And it does tell you at the bottom, usefully, 4. So that's what good. 2.8, 4, 2.8, and 4. And we have made ourselves a little kind of funky octagonal, whatever it is, room. Is it octagonal? Yes, it is. But of course, it's not accessible. You can't get in that room at the minute. So we need some doors. So let's put a door just there, right at the front, in the middle, a big dramatic door. Now my plan is, because you can expand out this one, I don't know how much it is, I didn't do this. You click and drag that, I believe, and you then buy those squares. So you'll buy those squares and you'll pay money and then you can build on them. So my plan would be to have this initial building. And we'll probably be in here for a long, long time. We'll be in here for years. There might be 2 or 3 of us in this same room, possibly. And then we'll branch out that way, because we can make like a corridor along here, would be the plan. Then have another one of those things there, and then it looks a bit like a castle. That's what I was thinking. And that might be quite a fun building to work in. But anyway, right now we need to sort this out. So the rooms also need light. So light is an actual thing. That's how detailed this game is. You need to take into account light levels. So we've got wide windows. So why don't we put the windows in the middle of those walls? Because that'll look quite cool. So we've got big windows like that on those walls like that. So that lets in a lot of natural light, which is splendid. And if we come out of that, we can now determine what this looks like. So we can do room construction materials. So the outside can be bricks. It can be kind of big sort of polished tile things. It can be plain. It can be horizontal kind of wooden slats or vertical wooden slats. We are going to go for brick because that looks kind of cool. The inside, you can just have plain walls. You can have a border top. You can have weird wavy things. You can have weird hexagon things on the wall if you wish. Or you can have stripes. I quite like the weird hexagon things. I'm going to have weird hexagon things. And yeah, the floor is similar. You can pick... That looks more like brick to me, but I don't want brick. Is it that one that's wood? Yeah, that's kind of like a sort of ziggity-zaggity wooden floor thing. And I would say they're more for bathrooms, I would say. So we're going to have that. So we'll apply that. Then we can choose the room colours. So clearly the exterior is going to be that colour. The interior is going to be sort of that colour. And then the floor, we want kind of brown for wood. How do I make brown? That looks okay. So we can apply that. And then I believe there, save the style. Oh, a name. TGC outside style. That'll do. Okay, yeah, that'll do. So now that's saved. So if we build another building, we don't have to do all that again. We can just go paste, and it pastes that style onto the building, which is very cool. I do like that. You can do a lot of copy and pasting. Like I could copy that whole thing, select all those bits, and then just go, right, paste another one over here, which is what I may well do. Okay, so now we've got a building. We've got an actual room. Look, it's a room where we can come and do stuff. So now we need to furnish it with things. So I've got 39.5 grand. So we might as well do stuff that improves our environment. So for example, this table here, put stuff on it and chairs around it. Or glass table, enjoy the view of your feet while you work. Or there's a 2 meter end table or a 3 meter end table, approximately round or even more round. Now I'm going to be here for a while. I want my people to be happy. I want me to be happy, and I want the other people to be happy. So I think, do we go for one of those? Oh, they're very big. They are very big. But could I put one there and then flip the other one round? Yeah, okay, so press comma. Oh, I didn't realise that flipped it round. Oh, there you go. I've learned something new. So I could put one there and one there, And that's kind of two people. They can sit facing each other, and then they can have stuff on the desk, because you can put things on the desk to make them work better, which is what I am thinking about. So let's put that there. Oh, I should have done the shift click thing. And then that there. And then we want some chairs. So again, you can have an uncomfortable plastic chair or an office chair. So it's nice, upholstered. I think that's supposed to say upholstered, but upholstered chair. So we'll have one chair there, one just there. So that's good. And now what we'll do is we'll only put one computer on for the moment. So because it's the 1980s, we have an old computer. So here we go. A little bit of power, a little bit of noise. So I'm going to sit just there. So there we go. Now a little thing will appear. The temperature will vary a lot in this room. Add temperature regulators and remember that windows leak. So yeah, things will get hot. So we need to put some ventilation in. So let's put ventilation. We can't put it on those walls. So let's put it on this back wall. Let's put one there. Oh, and I should have done that thing. And one there for now. And then we might want to put a radiator in, possibly. So they can go across the walls just there and there. There we go. So we can regulate the temperature now. So we can turn the radiators on. We can have the ventilator thingies on. Surely we can open the windows as well, one would assume. So that's kind of it for the requirements. You need a computer. You need a chair. You need stuff to keep you hot and cold. Now, the founder of the company, for whatever reason, I don't know why, presumably it's to make the start game not utterly impossible, curiously enough, doesn't care about heat or cold, doesn't need food, doesn't need water, doesn't need to go to the toilet, doesn't need anything really. They just sort of sit and they come in and they do their hours and they go away. Other employees will need all these extra facilities, but the founder does not. One thing that I do want to put in is some niceties. So there was a lamp somewhere. There we go. A floor lamp. So I'm going to need some light of some sort. So let's put a floor lamp. Let's put that just there for now. So that'll be quite nice. So that'll add some light when it gets late. And then we can put things on the table, which I do like. Now, yeah, look, you can put cubicles. Cubicle walls. So if you have a little desk like this or this with a computer on it, you can then build cubicle walls, copy the setup, and then just go paste, 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 and just make full offices really quickly. It's very, very nice. So we've got my desk here. We can put things on it. So the work boost, if we put a phone on it, who you're going to call? Support! So it gives us a boost to lead and programming and a lot to marketing. The drawing tablet gives us a massive boost to artistry. And a calculator just gives us a boost to programmer mostly. And the inbox gives us a boost to lead and all the other things as well. So we need to be careful with what we want to choose here. Now, I am a programmer, so let's put a calculator on the table. And they are sufficiently cheap as well. Oh, it bashes the computer out of the way. And, oh, a charming floor plant. Yeah, so let us put one of those in. Can we shuffle the grid around, please? Can we put it down there? Oh, that'd be nice. Can we put it down by my chair? Can we put it there? Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, what? Staff is unable to reach this ventilation. I don't think the staff need to reach the ventilation, do they? They just need to know it's there. Okay, fine. We'll move the plant out of the way. Fine. Let's put it in front of the light. There, that'll do. Staff is unable to reach the radiator. Oh, yeah. How will they reach that radiator? It's so very blocked. Oh, fine. Good grief. Can we put it in front of the desk for now, then? Put it there. Good Lord. Okay, so we've got a little plant, so that's good. So that adds to the environment. A painting adds to mood. So let's put up a... Let's go back to normal grid size. Let's put up a painting in the... That's not the middle. Let's go to half the grid size. Let me have the... Let's shrink the grid size even more. I want the middle. About there. So a painting. This is all good. This will all make me work better, which is a good thing. Now, I don't need a loo. I don't need coffee or anything, because weirdly enough, I don't need to actually eat or drink or anything. We'll have a clock on, say... in fact, no, let's have a clock just there by the door. That's good. I think I can have other things on my desk. So I can have that. So maybe, because I'm not very good at artistry. So let's have a drawing tablet. Can I put that on my desk as well? Can I have that? It must be placed at the designated points. Maybe I can only have one sort of useful tool thingamabob next to my computer at any one point. So I can't have like an in tray or whatever. No, I can only have one thing. So that's where that goes. Now, I do believe I can have a table plant, a low poly bonsai tree. Yes, a table cactus. Those kind of things are exactly the same. I want a bonsai tree. There you go. How cool is that? It just sits on the table. love this. I love these incidental things. I possibly need to get on with, writing software and stuff. But, I'll do that in a bit. It's absolutely fun. Also, my voice is giving way a little bit. I might need to go and have some tea. Please hold. Tea is good. And I'm going to build something now which won't look like much at the moment, but it comes into play later on. And this is where I got confused. This is what I think is possibly the most confusing bit of this game. So when you write software, because we're in the 1980s, you can't just download it. It's not a downloadable thing. You have to actually print it onto a floppy disk and send it away to people, and then people buy the disks or whatever. So you can either have someone do that, which is relatively expensive, or you can do it yourself. So you need a palette for this. Now this does look a bit rubbish when you do this. In fact, let's put the size back up to that. This does look a bit rubbish. This is going to ruin the aesthetic of the office. No, I don't want to do that. So you buy a palette, and then we'll put a table down, and then we're going to buy ourselves a little small product printer. So it's not very good for the environment, so it's going to knock the environment down, which is really irritating. No, so we don't want to do that. So the environment is now not good, so we might need to do something else to bring the environment back up, like put that plant there. So that will offset this thing, because it's noisy and presumably quite irritating. But there we go. So I think that's in. So eventually that'll come into play later on when we start writing our own software. Will we do that in this part? I've no idea. But yeah, there's other stuff. There's aircon and central heating and big, 4-bar heater thingamabobs there, and outdoor lights, vending machines, bookcases, bookshelf, complete with books. I do like it. It's got a good tone, sort of sense of humour this game has. So I think we're done. I think that is enough for us to survive right now. As it stands, we can live in that house. This little, whatever it's shack, this little shack in the woods is where we can live, which is a good thing. So we can live here, and it's all cool, it's all fine. So now, I think if we press play, it'll probably say skip and use time. So click here when you're ready for your first day. So we're going to skip through to February. So there we go. So already we make a loss. We can't do anything as it stands right now because it's made us wait. It's made us wait until February. So I've had a month off, which is quite nice. So if we hurry time along, now I should come into work, I believe. I wonder what time I start. So this game is split. People get put into teams, and the current team is core. So the core team is where I'm in the core team, and everyone in the core team will do whatever work we issue them. Now I don't have vacations. Other people do. Let's change my end time to 5 p.m. So I'll start at 8, leave at 5. Jolly good. Later on, when we've got other people, I may create new teams. But for now, we're going to leave it as core because it seems a bit strange. So really, everything is split up into this. It's just here, in fact. Design, coding, art, and I would say marketing as well, because marketing is its own. You can have their own people with specialities for marketing. So I think design, code, and art and marketing probably want to be new individual teams, but not right now. It doesn't matter so much now because there's only me doing stuff. So let's put stuff to core team for now because that's absolutely fine. Where am I? Can we hurry time on? Can I actually arrive at work, please? There I am. Okay, so I've arrived at work. Look, and I'm just sat at my 1980s computer looking sad. There you go. Probably playing a text-based adventure game or something. So now I need to get some work. So to start with, let's just do some contract work because it shows how this works quite well. So no, I'm all right with contracts. So if we check out me, where are we? If we look at manage employees, no, and do that, and get rid of the hint, and go to detail. And this is what I mean by it being confusing. Windows, opening on Windows, all of which pop up and say, hey, would you like to do a tutorial? No. Would you like to do a tutorial for this window? No. What about this tutorial? Oh, goodness me. But as we can see, this is my skill set. So my base skill is pretty good. I'm okay at coding system. I'm okay at coding algorithms, which I didn't think I'd put as a speciality. Did I have that as a special thing? I don't know, but primarily I'm good at programming, then leading and designing, artist next, and then marketing. I am bad. But art-wise, I can do 2D art and I can do audio, but I'm not very good. I'm not very good at those particular things. So, yeah, and art is a little bit lower down. So there we go. So work, effectors. Oh, and all those things. And yes, of course, your computer has a bearing on it as well. So up here, so let's come out of there. When you choose a contract, it tells you to think about it in terms of units. So code units, 0.69 code units are required, and the expected quality is horrible. So I can get away with giving them some shoddy rubbish, and they will give me 11,752 minus the upfront fee there of 1,138, and of course cost per bug 64. Now I don't know how many bugs. I haven't figured this out yet. When I was doing my little run before, I couldn't work out how many bugs. When you get to that phase, it goes, yeah, you fixed 10 bugs. You don't know how many there are until you hand it to them and they pay you. So they instantly know how many bugs there are, but you have no idea, even though you've built the thing. Don't really understand that. So this is for what? McCardump Carrot Incorporated. Of course it is. And they're going to pay the most money. And the code unit seems to be pretty much the same as the others. There's not much difference in 0.66 and 0.69 in terms of this game. So let's go for that one because you'll give me the most money. Assign it to the core team, which is only me. Accept that work. So I've already been given 1,100 grand. Now, when we move time on, I should start doing some typing. There we go. So this is my design stage. So I'm looking at the spec. I'm going, right, what do I need to do? Ooh, let's do all the exciting things. I didn't notice that before. I love working, you liar. You are a big liar pants. Liar, liar pants on fire. You don't love working. You love playing games and eating cake and drinking tea. So yeah, this is the design bit. So this is me doing documents and work out what I need to do and doing spec and all that kind of jazz. It'll get to the end. Now there is a little bit of sort of timing involved in this. It gets to the end and they go, yes, I finished this document. And if you leave it, they over-engineer it and the bar comes back down. So they over-engineer it and in fact make it worse, which is interesting. So we want to catch it right at the end. Now, because we can just make rubbish software, it doesn't really matter. They want a horrible quality application. So we could now say, yes, we're finished. Let's just leave it there. Let's develop this now. Let's develop this software, which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to save ourselves maybe a couple of hours. Let's start developing it now because they don't want high quality. So now we can go to the develop phase. No, thank you. No tutorial. Another tutorial window. So now we're in alpha mode and we built no code blocks out of 0.69 code blocks, if you like. So then now I'm going to sit and do code blocks. So if I just speed that on, look, so I write code pretty quickly in this, not in real life, unfortunately. And it's going to go to 0.69. And then when it does, we can promote it again from the alpha phase to, it goes to this delay phase, which I don't really understand. I don't really know what this is, but there's a delay phase between alpha and beta. And then we fix a few bugs. So, well, I don't know, let's fix whatever. 10 bugs, that looks pretty good. So that's finished. Then we can release that back to McCardump Carrot. What do they do? What is their business? I'd be intrigued to find out what McCardump Carrot do. Car dump? So collecting cars that have been dumped on the side of roads, like abandoned cars, and they're owned by Mr. Carrot? Why is there a Muck? Or is it Mr. McCardump who sells carrots? I don't know. But now we can release this. So we should release this. We will get paid. There you go. So contract fulfilled for a net worth of $9,254 with outstanding quality, which is obviously what you've come to expect from the Geek Cupboard. No, never do the contracts tutorial. And then we can do all this same stuff again. So we can do the embedded system for 0.67. Horrible quality. That's horrible quality. That's also horrible quality. That one's pretty good because you get less per bug. You get paid less money for it as well, but I don't think it particularly matters. So let's just do a couple more contracts. Let's just fly through these. Right, develop. Do you want to begin the alpha work tutorial? No, never. Never do that. Now, am I going to go home before I finish this? Yes, okay. So that's fine. Now we can skip through to the next day. So look, whoosh, already it's 8 o'clock and I'm in work. Right, hang on, let's do normal speed. Well, not quite normal speed. Slightly quicker than normal speed. Let's get this one done. Yeah, promote that. Yes. Bibbly bobbly boo. Fix some bugs. Let's release that and sorted. 7 grand. Right. Stop. I wish spacebar was pause. I do wish spacebar was pause. I don't like it when it isn't. We might as well do some of these. Now, game assets, you will notice, doesn't require code units. It requires art units. The cow carrot. There's lots of carrot companies around here. Is it because I'm in the woods? Chicken Fang. Wow. I want to make stuff for Chicken Fang. The Street Fat Limited or Pit Corp. Car Inc., which is the most boring of all the names, jeez, or the Pit, the Pit Fat. Aren't they already on it somewhere else? Oh, Pit Corp. And various other, I don't know what I'm doing. But so these ones here require art units. Now, I'm not very good at art. I'm better at coding and stuff rather than art stuff. So we won't do these, I don't think, because they'll take too long. And also, there's 2 of them. So I'm slow at it, and there's 2 of them. Now, I do have, curious enough, I did have a speciality in that, didn't I? Never. In 2D. So I'm actually not too bad at that. I'm not too bad at doing the art stuff. I'm not going to pick that, though, because that would be silly. So let's pick that. 0.66 code units, 72 per bug. We can do this now. We might even be able to finish this before the end of the day, if we are so lucky. So yeah, I think that's absolutely fine. Just there. Yeah, good. Yeah, develop. Get on with it. Let's develop some stuff. Let's speed time on quite quick. So yeah, we don't, because these are horrible quality, we don't need to make it absolutely amazing. I do want to get it through to the actual code bit that we're supposed to do. So I want to get it to 0.66. Now, will we do that before he goes home? Hopefully we can promote it up by that point. Like so. Yes, please. And we could just release that to them as soon as I go home, actually. You know, that'll do. There we go. 8,200. So already I've got $60. $60,000. I've got a bit more than $60. $60,000. So I've got more than I started with. So I have paid, in effect, for this. Because I started with 50 grand. I have paid for my building and added a bit more on. So this essentially has been free. You might notice it's getting a bit grubby. You can hire cleaners and stuff for it. We won't do that quite yet because I don't think my character is so bothered. But yeah, other people do get bothered. Now, I don't pay myself a wage. So the only thing we do, we pay bills of about 200, is it? Something like that. I can't remember how much it is. Bills, I know, 1,000. So each month we pay 1,000 out. That seems quite a lot. I didn't think it was quite that much. But yeah, 1,213 we pay in bills. Now, I don't quite know why. If I pause it and have a look. Rent, 896. Presumably that's the same for everybody. And electricity a little bit. And water. Water? Why do I pay for water? Oh, I've got radiators possibly. Oh, okay, right, fine. I wonder if I took the radiator away and put a 4-bar heater in. Would my water bills come down? 200's fine. So I only pay a little bit of money on maintenance, and I don't pay myself a wage because that's my money, I guess. So I own 60 grand's worth of cash in this company. So yeah, so that's all right. So we've made money on 2 months. We made 11,500 in contracts on that one, 16 grand on that one. It's all looking very good, and we've little bits of interest we've gained. But the big thing about this game is this bit here, develop software. So you develop and release your own software. Now, I don't need to do the design document thing just now. So you can design one of these things. You can design an operating system, a 2D editor, an audio tool, a game engine, an actual game, some office software, or a content management system. You can design one of these and it can go and do some cool stuff. However, it all takes time. So if I picked an operating system that I would sell for $123.06, just round it down, it would take me more than a year because it required 2 designers, 3 programmers, and an artist. And it would need 11.8 code units. You've seen how sort of long it took to get to 0.66, whatever it was. And then if you want to add things in, if you want to say, yes, well, we want to make it a GUI, we want to make it a proper GUI operating system, that's 2 years. 2 years of work where I'm not going to get paid, so I'm going to keep doing loads of contracts. So I think an operating system is quite hard to start with. A good thing that I think to start with is a 2D editor. I think that's a good thing. So we have to be careful of this as well. The expected interest, 9%. Not many people care. Pixel manipulation, up that to 48%. Stock library, 100%. People are very much interested in that. So it's an original bit of intellectual property. So it's an original thing. It's all mine. And 2 designers, 3 programmers, 1 artist, 7 code units, 3 art units, which is not going to be very good, is it? I'm not going to be very good at the art side of things. But if the expected interest is 100%, that's quite good. Now, all of this, look, requires 2D in terms of the specializations. How was I at that again? I've completely forgotten. I'm not too bad. I'm not too bad. Oh no. Oh no. Is that code? Ah, right. Coding 2D. I'm terrible. So look, the green bit says it's code. If it was blue, it would be design. So it's green. Coding 2D. I am absolutely rubbish. Art 2D. I'm absolutely rocking. Give me that. Coding 2D. Bad. Very bad. So if we could have something with algorithm, that'd be awesome. Or system. System and algorithm. For some reason, algorithm. I don't know quite why that's so high, but okie doke. So a 2D editor, not a good thing. An audio tool is audio. I don't think have I even got any audio programming stuff. It's not much better than 2D. So let's not do that. A game engine. We could make a game engine, but again, a speaker then adds audio design. Yeah, not so bad. 2D rendering though, and then it turns into 2D, and I'm terrible at that. So let's not do a game engine. What about some office software? That's all system based. Let's have office software. Expected interest 1%. That's not very good. Auto layout. What about WYSIWYG? So that's interesting, but not that interesting. What if I put all of these things on? 30 set. What if I put everything on? Expected interest 100%. It's going to take me 3 years. I don't think we do that. Let's take out presentation and spreadsheet. And the interest is only 30%, so it's quite hard to determine what you want to buy. Or a content management system. It's all system. Bank integration, 44% interest. A financial system could be good. A GUI makes it 100%, but it's more than a year to program. Or visualization tools makes it more than a year. I think that's too long for us to start. So I think we do this now. So we do that. Let's make ourselves a content management system. A financial content management system. Or a workflow one. What's that do? Oh, let's look at that very quickly. Hierarchy, synchronization, work delegation. More than a year. Yeah, that's quite a lot, isn't it? And it's system, which is good. And then a blue bit of network. Ew, I'm not very good at the network bit. Not very good at that bit. So no, let's turn that back to financial. And let's put bank integration on. And then what was the other one? Did I want to put visualization tools in, possibly? That adds another program and another artist. And GUI does exactly the same. Ah, dearie me. I think we do that for now. Let's go for this. Let's go for a content management system. And let's call it now. I did have an idea for this. So we're going to call it Finance Geek. So everything is going to be something geek. So if we ever make a graphics editor thing, it'll be like Photo Geek. An audio one could be Audio Geek. This can be Finance Geek. Let's drop it to $54.99 because that makes it a bit less, so that's cool. Source control management, we haven't got any. There's no dependencies. Sometimes things have dependencies, so you have to pick things. But that's good. Now, sometimes down here, it says you need to pick an operating system and you have to buy one and license it and it costs money. This, not so. So I'm going to make a content management system, so a financial kind of banking system thing. These do not exist as it were at the minute. But then the good thing is I could make this, get fans of it, and then upgrade it, release a new version with, say, visualization tools, and then release another version with GUI and these bits in, and they'll lap it up. They will buy it. But I think for now, we do that. Do you know what? I'm going to drop the price, $53.99. I think we drop the price a little bit more. So let's make Finance Geek. So we're going to develop Finance Geek. No, I'm okay with doing that sort of stuff. So let's come out of there. So now we're doing Finance Geek, so it's our own system thing. It's our own thing. So what we have to do is, this is the design fail. There's no one here. It's 1 a.m. Hello, come into work. And here's the work. Right, so he's going to start doing this. So he's going to do the design spec. He's going to sit. He's going to do all the design work for it. He's going to plan it. He's going to think about it a lot. He's going to write it all down and do all on my computer and do lots of stuff and lots of cool stuff to make sure that we do it right. So now, whereas before I cut it off sort of here, went, it's fine. I actually want that to go higher. I want more. I want it to be an almost perfect system. And there is marketing and stuff to do. So if we just speed time on a bit. Now, will he get this done today? I don't think we get it done today. But at the minute, look, the quality is bad. If we release it now, the quality of the software would be bad. Now it's mediocre. You can see where this is going. Then it goes to like good, I think. Yes, good. And then it goes to like great. And then he goes home. So we'll have to skip to the next day. Of course, we're not paying any wages, so it's absolutely fine. Now this is where we want to be careful. So now it's great. And we want to be really careful. We don't want it to go downhill. So it's great. And we just want it to tick up a little bit more. Outstanding. Right, pause. Right, quality is outstanding. Now we want to market this right now. So that's an outstanding quality thing. Let's go to market. Let's do a press release with pictures for $2,000. So the press release is here. So the press release is more effective the more you have to show off. So you should wait a bit into the design, which is what this is, or development phase is for making a press release. So I'm going to do a press release with outstanding quality. So let's do that. And then we want to announce a release date. Now this is hard. This is really hard because I don't know. This is telling me to do January 1981. I think that's too early. I think we go for something like June 1981 because I'm all on my own. I've got to write all the press releases on my own and they take a day each and all this kind of stuff. And I've got to print stuff and get it all out. So I say June 1981. We say this is going to come out and I can make it a really, really good product. What did it need? It needed only 8 code units. So it's not actually that much in terms of what we need. So let's, yes, release date. Maybe May. We're halfway through this day, but I don't think 8 code units is that difficult for me to achieve. Or do I put June? Do I put June? Make sure you don't release your product too late. If I release it early, that's a good thing, isn't it? Isn't that good if I release it early? So yeah, let's put June. I think we give ourselves a full year to work on that. So yes, 1 year, 1 month, but today is kind of halfway through. So now he's going to start writing a marketing thing. Now, if you remember at the start, I was bad at marketing stuff. So, and we want to develop. Of course we do. There we go. So it's reached alpha, but still doesn't have any followers. Make sure you start your marketing efforts early or nobody will buy your product, of course. So he started the coding thing. He's also doing a press release for... So I've spent almost $5 on this press release. So I think what we do is we speed through to the end of the day. Let's hurry along to the end of the day. So I'm doing a bit of coding and a bit of press releasey stuff. So that's fine. So let's go home like that. Come back. Then let's release the press release. As soon as I come in, do that. So now I've got 24 followers. Woo, 25, 26. This creeps up. So these people are interested in Finance Geek because they clearly have nothing better to do with their lives. So I'm getting the code done. It's June 1980. Maybe I've undersold myself a bit because I'm almost a quarter of the way through it. That's good though. That's good. So then I want to do another. As soon as it gets to about 3, I'm going to do another marketing thing. Yeah, it won't get to 3 by the end of the day, I don't think. So yeah, maybe actually that time was right. Maybe the timing was right for my release date. Yep, so... Hello, where's the button on? There, skippity skip. Back we go. In you come. So yeah, when it gets to 3, do a market thing. When it gets there, eventually, if it ever gets there. Come on, type quicker, buddy. Right, do another one of these. Another press release. Just there. So now we can do that. So then let's leave that to the next day. So you can skip forward to there. Roll it through. Now, yeah, this is going to be like, oh, I'm losing loads of money. But obviously, we're not losing that much money. We're not losing massive, terrible heaps of cash. It's fine. It's not that bad an issue. So now we need to, yeah, we've got 28 followers. So we're losing followers a little bit. So we need to get this press release out. So if I do that now, if I release the press release, thingamabob, 57 followers. And then another thing we can do, now it's actually getting kind of, is it about halfway through? Yeah, it's about halfway through. When we get to 5, when he's coded 5 units, we're going to do sort of a trial version, if you like. So we're going to stick a floppy disk on the front of a computing magazine and sell it to people. Sell it to finance nerds who love finance software. 61 followers. That's good, I think. Also, you can do a review. Now, I didn't do this before. What's print? I don't know what print does. Oh, print is actually make copies. Yeah, we don't want to do that. So we can do a review. Who do you want to handle the peer review? Please note that outsourcing will cost 100 per review. Okay. I didn't do this before, I don't think. Okay, outsource the review, please. That's good. Yes. Oh, crikey, you're doing a lot of reviews. All right, end. That's fine. Oh, look. 4.5 out of 10 review accuracy. Okay, so they're okay with it, but it's not brilliant. Okay, so maybe we need to move time on a little bit. Maybe wait till 5.5 or maybe 6 before I do the press release thing. Not the press release, the stick the floppy disk on the front of a magazine thing. So to point out, it's December and it snowed. It looks really lovely. In fact, let's have a look at the forest in the snow. Look, there we go. There's the forest and the snow. It looks very, very nice. And there's my little kind of curious shack in the woods that I sat in on my own like some sort of crazy computing serial killer. But okay, right, let's run that up. Right, so 6. Now let's do it. So it's got code 6 out of 8. It needs 8 code units. I've said it's going to come out in June, so I've still got another half a year to do this. So that's pretty good. So let's get a review now. Outsource the review. They can speed time on a little tiny bit. That'll do for the number of reviews. That's fine. This is better. This is better. 5.7. That's good. I'll take that. Right. Let's run time on. Hello. Next day, please. Right. Now we just want to get this to 8. So let's come back when this is at code 8 and he's finished doing all the main code stuff. In fact, no. Pause. Let's do this thing. Let's do a press build. Let's send it out to the press. Because that's actually quite a good version as well. That's a pretty good version we've just sent out to the press. So the next day, when it goes to the next day, I would expect us to see a lot more followers. And goodness me, that has worked. I've got 65, 66, 67, 60. I've got 70,000 people who are interested in code in Finance Geek. It's going up. Oh my goodness me, that is ludicrous. Okay, that's far better than any of the previous attempts I've had at this. That is 106,000 people. That's blown my mind. So that'll slow down. Even if that comes back to 50,000 by the time we release it, that's still pretty flipping amazing. So I think by April he will have finished doing the coding. Now maybe my guess on how long it takes is actually pretty good. So yeah, there we go. So if we go to the next day, so it's coming down a little bit, but that's absolutely fine. You'd expect that. So we need him to get to 8 code units. Come on, man. Come on. Do this today. He's slowing down in his coding. Do you know what might be the problem? It might be the state of the building. The environment does affect people. So let's call the cleaner person and let's get the cleaner in. Then come round. Look, they run around and clean stuff. Yes. Okay, come on. Get to the end of the day. Come on, just finish it. 7, 9, 7, 7. No, he didn't quite finish it in April. So it's May. Oh no, I'm going to have to release it late, and this is bad. This is bad. If you release things late, that is bad. Right. Pause. Stop that. Right. Promote that up. Are you sure you want to promote it? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. Okay. So the followers coming down. Again, if it's above 50,000, I'm really happy with that. So let's just hurry time on. Can we get out of the delay phase? Right, it's in beta. So we need to fix some bugs. So, okay. Let's get this done. Let's fix a load of bugs. Time running on. This could be very exciting. I've never seen a thing with this much on it. Right. Pause. Market. Press build. Let's send a press build out to everybody to try and hype it up again while I'm fixing the bugs. So I go, look, this is a press build. Ooh, look. Shareware kind of thing. A shareware version. That should go back up a bit. If I get that over 100 grand, that'd be good, wouldn't it? And then tomorrow, I could launch the game, the software. I could launch Finance Geek and propel us into mega stardom. So hopefully it's going to go to tomorrow. Right, it's gone over 100,000 followers. That's good. I need to come in. Come on, where am I? Get to work, man. Right, okay. Should we get it to fixing 30 bugs? That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? 30 bugs. Okay. I think we release this to the market. I think we release this product now. 102,000 people following it. I fixed 30 bugs. It was really good in both the design and the actual implementation. Let us release Finance Geek. Yes. Now it gets complicated. Now it gets a bit weird because you have to now market it. So marketing is crucial for your product success. You can start a marketing campaign after releasing a product anytime. So do I want to start a marketing campaign for Finance Geek? Yes, I do. So the marketing thing is basically just this. You just say, what budget do you want on it? So if I say 10,000 on my budget and go, yeah, okay, fine, yes, good. That's my marketing thing. And now I have to print copies. So I'm going to go to no for this. Don't want to do the support tutorial. That's where this thing comes in. This printery thingy-mabob here. This is where it gets really complicated. So now I have Finance Geek. But because it's the 1980s, I've got to print them. I've got to actually make my own copies of this. So I need to start printing. Would you like to begin the distribution tutorial? No, I think I can remember this bit, as confusing as it is. So my printer thing can make 18,000 copies of whatever software I choose, so Finance Geek, per month. That seems quite a lot. Seeing as I had... How many people wanted it, actually? What was the thing for it? What was the actual Bibbly Bob overall? Oh, no. I want them back on. Oh, I thought I could have seen the bit that told me how many people were interested, but never mind. It's sort of gone away a bit. How many people are interested? Someone tell me. It was like 100,000 people or something, wasn't it? So if I say limit it to... I don't know. I don't want to underdo it because then I want people to be able to buy it. But if I limit it to 10,000 copies rather than 18,000. So 10,000 copies, print those copies, and they'll appear on here. They will appear just here. They'll start popping out onto that thing in boxes, hopefully, at some point. They should do. Oh no, do I need someone to go over and do that? Oh, I don't know how to do that. Ah, this could all go... No, there. It's in a box. It's in a box. It's got a pointy arrow. It tells you which way up it is. Oh, that's good. Okay, so if we get a few boxes done. 1, 2, 3. Right, pause time. And now what I want to do, I want to get a courier. So manage staff, no. So you can get a courier. So couriers will pick up any products you have printed in storage so they can be delivered to stores, stocked and sold. Now, however, there is a thing about couriers. They need to be able to park, which is a bit tedious. They can't just come in through the door. They, for some reason, have to park. So let's never go to that thing. How expensive would it be if I were to drag that out over there and build ourselves just a little parking thing over here somewhere? Because I want to save this bit for like building the extra bit of building. But for now, shall I just put a parking thing in just there? Horizontal parking? I think I might need vertical parking. Oh, it fits perfectly. Or should we have a bit of road going by first and then parking just there? I think that's probably a good idea. So have that there and then have a road going like that. So now the courier can actually get to our thing. Go back to out of build mode. Let's go back in. And now we can tell the courier. See, this is what I mean by it's complicated. That's... Yeah, never. Don't do that. Now call a courier. So at the minute, I'm just temporarily hiring a courier. But you can hire them permanently. You can have a permanent courier. $2,000 a month. But they do all the delivery of all that stuff. So, yeah, Alexandra Ware is going to come over. They're going to come over and pick up some stuff from us. They're going to pick up these 3 boxes. Hopefully. There you go. So they took 3 boxes of the product. Now I am doing nothing for some reason because I've got nothing to do. I've done the marketing for it. I've spent all the money on the marketing. So now I think we just wait for the next day. And if we have to, we can ship out more. We can get a courier back in to then do more stuff because they're going to keep printing out. Now this prints itself and all the things package themselves and put themselves on a pallet magically all on their own. So let's see. Let's see how Finance Geek does in the morning. So 31 grand I've got now. Let's skip through to 93 grand. It worked. I actually sold some stuff. 1,945 active users. Finance Geek does not meet demand and you are losing sales. You need to order more physical copies of Finance Geek or print your own. Oh, okay. So I can't meet the demand. Is that the problem? No, surely not. Units sold 1,945. Refunds 1,167. Well, that's not very good, is it? So only 800 pip. What? Why have they asked for that many refunds? That's a bit weird. Okay, right. So let's call a courier again to pick up all those boxes. Let's call a courier. Let's get that out. Let's get me back in the office. I think I do some more marketing for the next day. So that's good. So I do some more marketing stuff. A computer is very slow. Okay, pause. Manage staff. Call IT support. Again, you can hire your own permanent sort of IT support, but I'm not going to do that right now because I can't afford it. The IT support man has mended the computer. Surely I could do that. I write software. I can switch the computer on and off. Should be fine. Okay. So now let's see how this works. So I'm now doing the support side of things. So I've got 1,945 users. I've fixed 2 problems. 23 are verified. 8 are in the queue. I've not missed any support calls thus far. So now let's see how this goes. 91,000 up to 198,000. My goodness me. Okay. Okay, this is working then. There's almost 5,000 people using it. Right, I'm just going to change that a bit, if I can figure out how. That, market, no. Budget for marketing. What did I have before? 10,000. Let's have... oh, there you go. Set a budget to make sure you don't run out of money, or leave it at naught if you don't want to limit spending. Let's leave it at naught, and we'll just ramp the marketing up and see what we can make. So units sold 5,010, refunds 5. I think these are in different units, as it were. Units, I sold 5,010 copies of it. I can't have had 5,500 refunds for 5,000 units sold. Does not compute. Does not compute. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I don't think that's right. I don't think that's worked at all well. But there we go, 198 grand. Okay, so we need to print more things. We need more of this. So where was it? That thing, not that thing. Oh, this is what I mean. There's so many screens. There's so many screens. I also need to do something about the environment. The environment inside our office is terrible. That there. Start printing. Where was the thing where it brought up the limits? Ah, there. Okay, yeah. I don't want to limit it. There you go. No limit. Just keep making it. Keep cranking it out there. Keep cranking that out. Right. So let's get as many boxes as we can. This is good. So I'm doing marketing. I'm doing support. I'm not missing any support calls. This is going actually vaguely well. Oh my goodness me. Right, let's wait till about now. Let's go down here. Let's hire ourselves a courier to transport the boxes out of the thing. They can ship those around the world. There we go. Take it. Take the boxes to the people. Let's see how this... Some inventory broken needs maintenance. Oh my god, the building is on fire. No, one of the fans is on fire, which is unexpected, but okay, fine. There's a maintenance person we can call for that. Okay. Right, let's speed forward to next day. Oh, no, I can't speed forward to next day because there's a maintenance man on the way. Okay. Oh, he mended lots of things, did he? Right, let's go through. Let's see how this works then. 196 grand up to 371,000. On my previous go at this, that did not happen. I had a miserable effort at this. That is beyond, that's beyond comprehension. Oh my goodness me. Right, that's good then. So I think we're going to leave it there. Right, that was Software Inc. Everybody, brilliant. I've succeeded. There's no way I could possibly get to any worse. So let's go. Bye-bye. Yeah, I've done it. Game end, game end, game end. Remember it that I did well. Remember that I did well. We will come back. We'll come back to this, and we shall have fun doing so. The only thing is, I do see this being very complicated. I see it being very complicated. Already, making one bit of software has been quite hard work. Let alone when I've got teams, and they have managers and all that kind of stuff. It's going to be very complicated. So, yes, please, patience. Your patience will be very, very well received, because I imagine I'm going to do lots of stupid things. But I think that, for now, is going very well. I'm very, very surprised, if I'm honest. I'm particularly shocked that it's going well, but I'll take it. Nearly 10,000 active users using Finance Geek, and I've not missed a single bug thing, single call for support yet, which is good. And I'm still doing marketing, but I've got 371 grand. So let's come back. Let's see what else we do. We might well expand our little office. We might build some more office space. We might get some more people in. We could get some actual staff people in, and we could do some more stuff. Maybe we'll do some more contract work as well. And we will obviously start to develop a new bit of software, which is jolly exciting too. So hopefully you have liked this. If you have, please do leave a like. And if you're not already subscribed, please do so to keep up to date with this series, which will hopefully go on for a little while, and all the other stuff that we do as well. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. This is going to end badly. This is going to end badly, I suspect. Oh my god, it's Pingu. So yeah, I don't have to do the engine bit. I feel that might be a problem in making a car. I've broken the windscreen. It's ending badly. It's ending very badly indeed. I might crash into a tree. How do I do any of the stuff with this car?